Hi friends, welcome to my channel. My name is Juan. I'm a yarn addict, hence the name Juan the Yarn Addict, and I want to thank each and every one of you guys for stopping by to check out my video today. This is a yarn and crochet channel where we talk about all things yarn and all things crochet, so if that interests you, please sit back and enjoy this video because today, my friends, I offer you an entire session of coffee and scrap cakes with Juan. So here is my favorite cup of coffee. If you've been following me, you know exactly what's in this cup. It is Dunkin' Donuts hazelnut coffee with caramel macchiato creamer. So there is that. And here are the skeins and cakes and balls from all over the house. It's so nice that I have it twice. I have two baskets here full of yarn, just a bunch of randomness because I need to make more scrap cakes. As of last night, I ran out. At the height of my scrap caking, I had 42 scrap cakes, and I was working up a Boggy Creek blanket, and I completely ran out. So now I need to make more. And yeah, between giving them away in replay giveaways and these random projects that I've been working on, I ran out, and I'm super happy and excited because I love making these cakes. I don't know why, I just really enjoy it. And so each session that I have here on the channel, I get a little better with it. So yeah. I don't know exactly how many balls or cakes or skeins are in these containers here, but I think I have enough to make at least 6. So we shall see. But I can tell you there's a lot of lights and darks and in-betweens and things. I'm super excited to work this. So this particular skein here is in the colorway Neon Orange. Just imagine this with me. Neon Orange with like this... it's not hunter green, but more like an olive green, I think. And then there's a gray, and then there's this fleck red. I mean, the possibilities are endless, and I'm literally going to be very random with this. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to reposition the camera, bring you guys down in front of the ball winder, and have some coffee and talk to you guys about all the things. Okay, so I'll be right back. Okay, friends, so I am back, and already, right off the bat, I know that I want to start this cake out with some white yarn. Why? Because I have tons of it. And as of late, the cakes that I've been using up recently had no white in it. Entire cakes, no white. I have no idea why, but that's just the thing. So anyway, if this is the first time that you're seeing me do this, I always start my scrap cakes with a slip knot. So it's almost like I'm getting ready to start a project. I just do the slip knot because it kind of holds on a little better. I don't really know why outside of that, but yeah. So there's that. Okay, and then I just thread that, and then I thread this, and we are good to go, except this just fell off the thing. That's okay. Let's just do this. Nice and slow until this part here gets wrapped up into the yarn. Let's see. Okay. There we go. And just like that, we are off, friends. It's very quick, very easy. And of course, today I came prepared. I have these little scissors. And already we are off with the white. So there will be a lot of color changes, friends. These cakes work out beautiful, whether you change every few rotations or you keep a lot on at a time, it does not matter. One thing I will tell you is if you have tension on your yarn as you're caking up, these cakes will be very dense and there will be lots of yardage. And so definitely, if you're following me, try that, okay? And also, I am going to be using the slip knot for the yarns. Instead of knotting it, I'm using a slip knot because I'm going to try practicing other joins. The Russian join, the this, that, and the third join. I mean, you name it, I'm going to try it. Okay? This, that, and the third join really isn't the name of a join, but I decided to call it that because there's just so many different kinds of joins. So yeah, this, that, and the third join. And I'm going to figure out which one is the best for me, right? So there's that. I love this yarn. It is nice and thick, and it's very flecky. Look at that. It's so nice. Yes, I love this yarn. I'm going to space that yarn out so it can be in like more than one cake. More than one cake, please. Yes, thank you. And so from here, we're going to go and use this pale yellow. Love that. And of course, we're going to do a slip knot. Now, I will tell you, I've gifted some of these cakes to people with slip knots on them, and they actually came back to me and thanked me. They said, Juan, thank you so much for putting that slip knot onto the cake. And I said, well, why? I mean, what's the significance? Well, because not everyone likes the knots that I use. And that's okay. I understand completely, you know. It's perfectly fine. Some people prefer the Russian join. Some people prefer the magic knot. And yeah, I like that for them. Let me just go ahead and do this very quickly. Slip knot this up. There. We had a little bit of yellow going on there, but for some reason it didn't go all the way through. So let's just say, yes, we're good here now. There we go. Beautiful. And of course, we have a thing. This yellow wants to be problematic. It's fine. Let's just remove the yellow from the bin. And from here, we're going to go and do Jade. This is Big Twist in their colorway Jade. Love that. And I will tell you, friends, like, I am not putting any thought behind why I'm choosing the colors I'm choosing. I am literally choosing it because it's the closest thing to my fingers when I go to grab for yarn. That's literally it, you know? So I don't even know what really had me started on these scrap cakes. I know, like, I had these bins of random balls like this, except they were like barrels, and I knew that I needed to do something with them, and instead of crocheting all the way through the balls, regardless of like what size they were, I said, let me go ahead and cut it all up. You know, splice up the yarns and just make my own situation and see what becomes of it. And so way back when I first started doing it, I did that, and I did a granny square blanket, and it was very random and haphazard, and I absolutely loved it. So much so that now it's my go-to. Like, it is a thing that I like to do now. Well, granny squares, yes, but the randomness of the scrap cakes is exactly what I mean. So, yes. Oh, I need a sip of the coffee. I mean, I need to drink it while it's hot, so. So good. And my friends, for some reason, I can't stop saying that. It's a habit. Like, mentally, I try to tell myself, don't say that when you have a sip. We already know it's good. You don't have to say it. But for some reason, when I say it, it makes it extra good. I don't know why, it just does. You know, it's almost like when you have that meal and it's your favorite meal, but when you say it's really good, or you make those like little noises while you're eating your favorite meal, it just makes it that much more special and good. Well, that's what coffee is to me when I say that. It's just, I don't know, it's just a thing. Do you guys have that? I'm so curious. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, and that's okay. We all have quirks, right? That's my quirk. I just say random things. I say random things. It's fine. Anyway, let me just do a slippy slip right here. And I believe this is Turquoise. Red Heart Super Saver Turquoise. I love how vibrant that is. It's so good. Yes, turquoise and neon orange, very nice together. Don't know why, but it just is. I really enjoy it. Let me put this on the floor down here so it has room to breathe. There we go. Come on. No? Okay. Turquoise wants to be a problem. That's okay. We'll work through it, friends. We've been through worse together. There we go. Okay. So there's the blue. Already, I think we have about, what, 4 or 5 color changes? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 color changes. Love that for us. And so the saga continues. we're just going to continue changing colors, doing all the things. And I'll tell you, the more times you're able to change the color, the more attractive your cake will look. And I'm telling you, your project, whatever it turns out to be, will turn out beautiful. You know, when it's intentional, it takes on a different dimension, I promise. I don't know what it is about it, but like when your randomness is like an intentional randomness, it's all the things. So anyway, as we progress through this little session here, I do want to tell you that I will randomly just reach over and save the data because I just want to make sure that none of it is lost. Now, I mentioned this in several videos. For some reason, my software does not allow me to save long clumps of like video. So randomly I'll reach around and I'll save the data. So just to prevent awkward moments of silence, I will let you know when I'm doing it, and then I'll come right back. Okay? So now that I said that, this is one of those moments. So I'll be right back. Okay, friends, so I am back. And while I was gone, I went ahead and joined the next color, which is highlighter yellow. Love that for us. And it's just this little ball. This here is, it's not Big Twist. I believe it is Loops and Threads Soft Classic. It's a nice, thick 4-weight yarn. Love that. And I will tell you that you can actually get away with working a larger hook with this yarn. It's very full and nice. Love that. Okay, so I made sure to use the rest of that, which is nice. Let me just rethread the situation here. There we go. And here we go. Okay, perfect. So from here, where are we going? Where are we going? I want to go with a darker color, so we're going to go with amethyst. This is amethyst purple. Love that. I can't tell you who that's from off the top of my head. Based on how it feels, based on the feeling of this yarn, I will tell you Loops and Threads. Loops and Threads Soft Classic in amethyst. Love that for us. And it looks very nice paired up next to this bright yellow. Very nice. Okay. A little bit of tension. Let's get that through the eye, and we are set. Let me just do this. There we go. So I plan on making a bunch of these cakes because I have tons of projects that I want to do with these cakes, but then also too, I want to give a lot of this away. There are many people out there that love these scrap cakes for some reason. I mean, I love that. I love it. I love that you guys, a lot of you actually, enjoy these cakes. So I figured if I apply a lot of tension to these scrap cakes, I could potentially fit more yardage on them. So it's pretty dense, if you ask me, which is super nice. And then of course I'm adding extra purple because, you know, it is my favorite color in things. So there's that. All right, from there we're gonna do a light blue. No rhyme, no reason. We're just gonna do the light blue. There we are. Just plop that on the floor. Now, in other sessions of Coffee and Cake with Juan, I wound up putting the ball into like a yarn bowl and things. But I just find that it's a lot easier to just leave it down there. Let it meander around the things. I mean, it's not hurting anybody, you know. It's just more efficient. And I can get through the cakes a lot faster that way, you know. So, there's that. There we go. Okay, perfect. Love that. And so where are we going from here? Let's do this rose color. Now, is this rose? No, it's light raspberry. Love that. Where are we going here? Okay. So I'm just going to tie on this light raspberry and take it from there. Now, a lot of the yarns that I've acquired here are from older projects, whereas some of the baskets that I have around the house are from, you know, places that I purchased leftover yarns. So Facebook Marketplace and eBay and things. So I acquired yarns from all over the place. Now, I was just at a thrift store, the Goodwill actually, and I found some Afghans for $1. Like, they were just $1. You choose, you know, anyone out of the bin, it was $1. And I obviously went for the Afghans that, you know, had yarn, you know. Anyway, I just blindly chose 3 for whatever reason. I just chose 3, not really looking at it. And I bring it home, I throw it in the washer, I pull it out, I lay it flat to dry, and I look at these projects and they are beautiful. So much so that the intentions of pulling it apart ceased to exist. The one blanket that I pulled was a knitted blanket with brunette polyester in the colorway Oatmeal. Absolutely beautiful. There's no way I'm pulling that apart. And then the other one was Red Heart Super Saver in black, and then it had like a green ombre and a blue ombre. Beautiful, because there was panel work. 3 large panels in this throw, and I said, oh my goodness, how can I? I can't. So, yeah. And the third blanket, the same situation. Just another beautiful piece of art that I just cannot part with. And I believe that one was knitted as well, because I can't really make out the stitches, which leads me to believe that it was knitted. I mean, yeah, it had to have been a knitted project. At any rate, yeah, I'm going to go back and actually look for projects that I can rip apart and do things with. So we shall see. Let me just do the things here. There we go. Now my challenge here with caking up my scraps and things is the flow. So if you're not organized, this can tend to be a very messy process, which if you've, you know, watched before, I mean, we've had cakes and balls all over the place, you know? So you have to be mindful of where everything is. And just know that if you're going to go back to grab the color, like where is it? How much is left? Does it make sense for that part of your cake? And all of that. So, again, it should be no rhyme, no reason. But if you have this little itty bitty amount of yarn and you just want to get rid of it very quickly, maybe further out in your cake, you know. But doing these slip knots, I think, is genius, because who knows? Maybe a certain project that I work up, maybe I don't have to do a join right there. Maybe I need to cut a little sooner, or maybe I can figure out a different way to join another color and then add the rest of the cake on later in the project, you know? I don't have to commit to the sequence that I create the cake in, which is another reason why I think it's genius to do it this way. So it doesn't lock you into place with the sequence of how you create the cake, you know? Let's say I don't like yellow, you know, and I get to the yellow in the cake. Well, I can pull the slip knot out, ball up the yellow, and then rejoin the color after the yellow, you know, and maybe do something else with the color that I really don't care much for, which, honestly, that's a great idea, you know? So I'm very happy that this opens up options, not only for myself, but, you know, for those of you guys who might wind up with my scrap cakes. So, you know, if I can figure out a way to do a Russian join in less than 30 seconds, then I think that could be a thing, but I highly doubt that I can do a Russian join in less than 30 seconds. I mean, not even machines can do that, you know? Anyway, sorry about that. That was my phone. I thought I had it on silent, but apparently I didn't, and that's fine. Here we go. Let's just go ahead and snip that off. And where do we go from the green, my friends? I know. Let's do gold. This is great. So good, so good. before I forget, friends, we have to keep up with the coffee. We don't want the coffee getting cold and things. So if you're drinking coffee and you're caking up with me, don't forget to take those random breaks. Sip on your coffee and all the things. Are we tied up here? Oh, there we go. There we go. Maybe we can tuck that knot down a little lower. There we go. All right, let's pull this out. Okay. After I do the gold, I'm going to place this on a brief pause and I will be right back. Perfect. Yes. I really do like this color. I don't know why I like it so much, but this is a nice color. I don't know why. All right, friends, I'll be right back. Okay, friends, I am back, and I've decided to add on the orange. It makes no sense to have this next to the gold, but again, this is one of those instances where it's okay to just play with the colors. And I'll tell you, the bigger the contrast, the more amazing it looks when you work it up. I'm just saying. You don't want a bunch of muted colors together. I mean, what fun is that? At any rate, just enough to give it a coating. Love that. Maybe a little more. That's good. And now I want to put white back on the cake. Let's see. Let's go with this one right here. I don't know why, but I'm super excited about throwing white on these cakes. After working up several cakes of no white, I think it's great that white is finally going on. So, it just adds another dimension to your project, Yeah, this is super nice. Come on. Some of these balls are very resistant. I don't know why. I don't like that for me. I don't like that for me. Come on, Juan. Ugh. There we go. Okay, that's enough white. Perfect. All right, so where do we go from here? Let's add some navy blue. Well, not navy blue. Some of this royal blue. See, and instead of caking this up or balling it up, I'm leaving it like this so that I can just go ahead and use it in a scrap cake. It's more efficient that way. Come on. Okay. Here we go. So, my friends, what are you guys up to? Are you working on a whip? Are you just watching the show? Am I on there for background noise? Where do you have me, friends? I'm curious. And if you do have something on your hook, what is it? Are you, is it a new project? Is it a whip? Tell me all the things in the comments, friends. I do love to read those comments. I love hearing about all the things, especially when it's about your projects and the hook sizes you're using and all the fun things. So, tell me all the things. All right? Where do we go from here? Let's do yellow. Why not? Let's have some fun. Let's be dangerous and adventurous with all the yarn. Let's do lights and darks and flecks and variegated yarns and all the things. So, look at that. Look at that contrast. It just looks so haphazard, right? Oh my goodness. I love it. Oh yeah. That's so good. It's so nice. I think what I'm going to do is cake up some of these solids so that when I pull them to make scrap cakes, I'm not chasing the balls all around the floor. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. So once this cake is done and I hop onto the second cake, I'm going to have a bunch of completed mini cakes that I'm going to have sitting here on the table, and I'm just going to pull from them to, go on with the scrap cake. And I think it might be more efficient that way. So stay tuned. I'm going to place us on a brief pause once I finish this cake, and we're going to test this theory because something tells me that we may have a winner with that idea. Because if I have everything right here on the table, I can just wind away and maybe I can do more than just 2 scrap cakes for these sessions, you know, because I think the going rate right now is 2 cakes per session. But if I can manage to do more than that, well, that's just efficiency, right? We love a good efficiency situation. So, isn't this color nice? I love this color. It's like raspberry, I believe. This is Loops and Threads, and what do you know? It goes right into the black. It looks like I had plans already for this. I love it. It's so good. That's another color we don't have much of here. Black. Ooh, what about this mint green? Oh yeah. We're putting it on there, friends. Yes, we are. So yes, I have a feeling, and that's what we're going to do. I'm going to put a bunch of mini cakes on the table. Maybe I'll sit them in the basket. I don't know. But they'll sit like in a tray. And then I will randomly choose and all the things. Oh yeah, that'll be fun. Come on. Just trying to get the tension right between pulling it and all that. I mean, we're approaching the end of our cake because the arm can only fit but so much. It's getting caught. There we go. Let's just fit on here as much as we can. See, this arm, this arm is literally rubbing against the cake, which means this is as wide as it can be. Now, with my Knit Picks ball winder, the arm, you can literally just bend the arm back a little bit and the cake can continue to expand, where with this, you can't really do that. So there is that. I'm going to call it for this one. Let me just get this off of the arm. I'm excited to see what this looks like when I pull it off the ball winder. Let me just... And I will tell you, I used tension for this one, so there's a lot of yarn on this cake. So, yeah. Alright, here we go. Let me just take the slip knot off the top, pull the cake off. Oh, look at that. Isn't that pretty? It's gorgeous. It's all the things. I don't really care for how it bevels in like that. See how it bevels in? That's peculiar and unusual, but that's okay. Let's just smush the cake in like that. Let me just do this so you can see what I'm doing. So it was beveled in, right? So all I did was smush the cake down like this and smush it in like this. There we go. Oh yeah, look at that. That's delicious. Isn't that scrumptious? This is all the cake you need. It's all the cake you need. It's so good. All right, so I'm going to place us on a brief pause, and when I come back, we will have a bunch of mini cakes here on the table, and we're going to make the next one with the mini cakes. All right, I'll be right back. Okay, friends, so I am back, and look, I have lots of cakes. Listen, when I told you we were doing cakes, cakes galore, right? So we're going to take these cakes and make these cakes. Okay, so let me just get ourselves situated here. Now, where do we start? Where do we start? Okay. All right, let's start with this, all right? So the goal here is to be able to cake up this cake without having the yarn go all over the place, right? So I have a feeling that this might actually work, and it's going to be good, and we're going to love it. All right, so this was actually wound incorrectly, so I'm just going to fix this very quick. All right, so there is that. Now, I usually use my Knit Picks ball winder. I actually have it right down there, but I wanted to use this one because, well, just because. Just because I have it. Why not use it, you know? Anyway, slip knot, like so, like that. Let's go ahead and feed the eyes. Like so, like that, like so, like this. Look at that, it's staying right there. I love it. I love it. Let's put it in there like that. Let's tighten the tension Nice and easy, not too difficult, not too hard. Oh yes, oh my goodness. Do you see this? Oh, I have a feeling we're going to make a cake in no time. Literally. Love that. Love that for you and for me and for us. And already, snip, snip. Oh my goodness. Can you imagine? I might do every session like this going forward, friends. Oh yes. Oh, this is great. I love it. I don't know why I chose to put this color with this color. I have no idea, but that's okay. Let me just do the things like that. There we go. And I'm holding the yarn. I mean, is this genius or what? I can't even right now. It's so good. I'm so excited. I can't contain myself. All right. So what's next? Let's do pink. Just because. Let's do pink just because. So I have no idea what these particular cakes are going to be used for, but I do need to build the stash. You know, I think I like holding it like this. Did I just develop a thing? I think I did. You hold the cake and just feed the beast. You feed the beast to make the scrap cake. I love that. Yarn is my happy place, friends. I can't tell you how happy yarn makes me, other than yarn makes me happy. I don't know why. Going to buy new skeins, using the old skeins, getting deals and steals at different places and talking about it and sharing all the deals and steals with the friends. Yes, I love it. Oh yeah. I have a feeling that we have a winner chicken dinner here. Yes, we do. Oh yeah, this is so good. I can't find the center of this one. So we might have to pause on that color, but that's okay. We have this color. And we have that color, and we have that color, and all the colors. We have all the colors. I love it. So, I have a feeling that I may be making some more Boggy Creek blankets with all of these random colors. There's a lot of bright and fun colors here, and there's dark colors to offset the bright colors. You know, we need balance, and I think these colors give me that. So, yes, where do we go from here? You know what? Let's do this turquoise blue. Why not? I love it. It's so good. My friends, I talk very randomly when I do this. I don't know why, but for me, it's therapeutic to just let the mind speak what it needs to say. I don't know why, but you guys ever get like that? You know, you just gab at the gums and talk about all the things and not really have any thought behind it. You're just, it is what it is, you know? So there is that. And are we going to do peach again, friends? Why not? It's so nice. We have to have it twice in this cake. You know what I mean? Let's just do it. Anyway, I think I've already asked you guys like what you guys are working on and things, so I don't want to ask that twice. But I did wonder if you guys had any questions to, you know, ask me that maybe I could bring up into another session of something, whatever that session turns out to be. I love reading the comments, but if you guys have a question that you're dying to ask me, feel free to sound off in the comments, and I will definitely read them. And if I haven't answered them already, I will go ahead and answer them in the next section of something. So there is that. Now, peach and pink, there really isn't much of a contrast, but that's okay. It's a different color. I'm just flying through these colors. This is super exciting for me. Oh my goodness. All right, let's do green. Let's pull some of this green out of the situation here. Oh yes. I think I found a new way to do this. I really think this is how I'm going to be doing it from now on. Oh yeah. I can just sit here and talk to you and not really think about where the yarn's going. Like, how far across from the, you know, the table is that particular color? Okay, I could use yarn bowls, right? But this is nice and smooth, and I can talk without worrying about where the yarn is. It's great. Ooh, red. We need to put red on this. So, there is that. All right, so how many minutes are we in? We are 35 minutes in. Friends, if you're still here with me after all this time, thank you so much, you know? And please, consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. And if you're already subscribed, thank you so much for your support. I really do appreciate it. I am, just doing all the things on my channel, and I would love it that, you took some time out of your day to come check out my content and explore the journey with me, because I am trying a bunch of new things. Now, crochet is and always will be my passion, but, as of late, I'm dipping into knitting, and I have some materials and supplies to do spinning. And yeah, that's just the beginning. I have a loom knitter, I have a knitting machine, so I plan on doing tons of things on this channel. And if you like that kind of thing, please consider subscribing. I would love to have you, as I said. And with the winter months coming, I have plans for different kinds of tutorials. So if there's something that you would like to see me make, sound off in the comments. And I'll get a piece of paper and I'll write down all the things. I'll create a list. And yeah, maybe, you'll see a project that you've been wanting to see on the channel. So there is that. I may put this back on again. I'm really into this peach. And I will tell you, this is Karen 1 pound in the peach. And I love Karen 1 pound. So much so that I have an entire wall dedicated to it. This all up here is all Karen 1 pound. And I recently acquired quite a few of Karen 1 pound in peach and a few other colorways from Big Lots. They had this amazing sale. Buy one, get one half off. They sell their skeins for $3.99. And I bought everything they had because it was buy one, get one half off. And then there was a coupon for 20% off of your order, which made each one of those Karen 1 pounds $1.60. Now, with a pound of yarn being $1.60, you can't say no to that kind of deal. I know there were quite a few people who heard about that deal, and they went and got that yarn anyway, even though they don't really use Karen 1 pound. It's just the fact that you're getting a bunch of that yarn. You're getting a lot of yarn for $1.60. And if you crochet, if you knit, or if you're into yarn art, period, you know how amazing that deal is. So a lot of people tried going to Big Lots and couldn't find any yarn. Well, I'll tell you, either A, they didn't get any in their shipment, or B, somebody actually got there first. I know my particular location got a second shipment, and it was all gone by the time I got there. So you snooze, you lose, even for me. And that's okay. I'm actually kind of glad that, people, maybe outside of YouTube saw that and jumped on that as well. So, yes. And if you got the deal and the steal, tell me all about it. What did you get? Because I did learn that different Big Lots carry different kinds of yarns. So mine only had the Bernat Ogos and the Karen 1 pound, but some of the other ones in other states had different kinds of yarn, and not so many of the Karen 1 pound, and not so many of the Bernat Ogos. So, yeah. First of all, I think it's awesome that they had that to begin with, especially with the prices of yarn nowadays anyway. To see something that affordable is absolutely amazing. Sidebar, I need to put some of this orange onto the project. Let me see, where are we at here? There we are. Or are we not there yet? Let's see. Okay. I just have to separate what is what here. Okay. So there we have it. Now, for the longest time, I've been caking up vintage variegated yarns and all the things with that because I've had a project going on behind the scenes, which is well underway, and I'm going to continue doing that. But this right here is all the things right now because I let myself run out. Now, I don't like to run out of anything really, especially if my creative juices are flowing and I just want to be able to pull the yarn and start creating all the things. So not having this readily available kind of concerned me. So I'm like, you know what? I need to stop what I'm doing. Even though I had plans on doing other things, I had to stop what I was doing to do this. Because I have a shelf in the other room, all of these special cakes. And with the shelf being empty, I'm like, oh yeah, I can't have that. It can't be. That cannot be a thing. Let me just get this down here and out of the way. There we go. Super, super nice. I like this green. It's Loops and Thread Soft Classic in the colorway Ivy. It's very nice. So there is that. And it's been a minute since we had white on here, so let's go ahead and do that. Actually, I don't see any white on there, do I? No, I do not. That is okay. We will figure out the things. And it looks like I'm almost at the end. Oh my. So I wonder if I started this episode using cakes, how many would I have been able to get done instead of fighting with the little balls of yarn? I'm very curious. Very curious indeed. And so I pulled from the wrong side. I pulled from the wrong side. That's okay. Or is it? Yes, it's okay. Well, it's okay for now. It can't be a permanent thing. There we go. So I'm just going to make it a solid white, and then I'm going to wrap up this particular cake here. This is nice. Very, very nice. Okay. All right. So although I wasn't able to do more than 2 cakes, we have some really, really amazing cakes here, my friends. Now, as I said in the beginning, or somewhere near the beginning, if you enjoy this kind of thing, feel free to subscribe to my channel. Hit the like button. All the things are free. Leave a comment. I ask lots of questions. And feel free to ask me questions too. If you want to know something or, you know, anything of that nature. So there is that. Let me pull this off. Oh, that's so nice. Are you kidding me right now? I know it's a saying. It's a thing I say. This is so nice. Look at that. That's so good. So good. There's lots of pink in that one. Lots of pink in that one. Let's go ahead and pull this here and look at both of them. Oh yeah, these are some nice cakes today, my friends. Look at that. I love it. They're like little pieces of art, right? Love that. Anyway, my friends, that is all for this particular episode. Don't forget to do all the things. And so, yeah, until next time, take care, my friends. Bye.